Labels are so important. I've been talking about this for quite some time. It's too bad that I didn't really understand the deepness of what I was talking about until I got older. You have to pay attention how you come across to people, because it's hard enough getting people to change their minds when they're wrong about you and you know they're wrong. It's even more frustrating trying to get them to change their minds about you when they're right. And maybe you used to be that way, but you're not anymore. So you gotta be really careful about labels, honey, because in my case, they had it all wrong. Honey, they thought I was a hoe. Here we go. I wanted to talk about labels today because I was talking with a group of women and I began to tell these women about labels and explaining to them my story. So I was really young. I had not yet graduated from school and I was sexually active. I think it was really evident that I was, because I was missing school a lot. I was very troubled. And so I had a broken home. I had a traumatic childhood and I was acting out and just doing stupid stuff like running away. Now, although I was sexually active, I was not a whore. I was in a very long-term relationship with this guy. I ended up having children from him and we did break up once and I was seeing someone else, but I got back with him. When I broke up with him, I got with someone else and I was with that person for about a year and a half and I got pregnant again. And people would always assume things about me. The first thing that they would assume is that I was just promiscuous, that anybody could lay with me. And it's like, no, I never told you that this was going to happen. Other assumptions were that I hadn't finished school. I remember running into one of my mother's old friends, and when she saw me with my kids, you know, she started assuming, and she was like, well, you know, whatever you do, just make sure you get your high school diploma. And I was like, well, I'm currently attending college. You could see the surprise in her face. And I could never really get mad at people because I understood. Ooh, you guys, I hate this story, but I'm going to share it. A girl named Queenie, she was well respected and she had a lot of influence. And she came up to me and she said, people are saying that some guys ran the train on you. And I was like, really? No, that's not true. I had no idea what the train was. I just knew that it had to be something sexual in nature, the way people were acting, because there were people around her looking at me like, and I was just like, no. And, you know, people started chiming in. And again, I didn't know what it was. So after a few minutes, I said, so what's the train? They kind of tilted their head. I think they was like, is she serious? And then all of a sudden, everybody fell out laughing. I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing. I was being fast, thought I had a little boyfriend for life, but I didn't know what the train was. That rumor died down because one of the most popular girls with a lot of influence, she shut that down. She was like, oh no, she didn't do it. She was like, honey, if they had ran the train on you, oh, you would know what it was. I hate that story because it's embarrassing, but I still could not be mad even then. Here's a demonstration that I did once. Now, this label, I noticed, seems to come off pretty easy. See? Look at that. Bam! Now, I'm going to take a pill bottle that I had gotten, and look at that. I can't take this label off as easy. I have to really peel at it. Some of it is coming off easy, while the rest, I really have to work. It's sticky. It's getting under my fingernails. Maybe if I wet it a little, I don't know. And even when you do get most of the label off, a lot of times there'll be residue. I know you can't see that, but it's sticky and there's proof that something was there. That's how labels work in real life. Sometimes you can't get rid of them. And sometimes when you change your life completely, people can still look and tell that you used to be in the lifestyle, or they hear stories about you, so that label still sticks. Be mindful of what you do and say, because labels are made to stick. Now you can take them off, but you might have a hell of a time doing it.